where you want to
below.
call out?
I've only done 2 here, but the thing is, the one on target was done before this.
Ready?
Call out.
Very useful.
Oh,
Call out.
okay.
We're going to look at your huddle in a minute. Can you just tell us a little bit about your department?
Okay. I'm part of the Phoenix placing and billing team, and my team comprises of approximately 50 people, and we have 3 sub-teams, which is professional indemnity, financial institutions, and directors and officers. So we have 3 sub-teams beneath Phoenix.
Okay. And what are the main tasks that your department does?
Yes, onto Phoenix step, we manage a lot of tasks. However, the major ones, if I have to talk about, is the pre-renewal documentation work that we do
Right.
for our account handlers in UK, and the risk authorization and billing authorization that we do
Right.
for them. So these, I could call it as the core or the primary tasks that we handle in them.
Okay. So if we look at the pre-release first, and sorry, pre-renewal packs, then what are your challenges in managing that?
Okay, so we have this work well in advance, which is before 60 days we have it in hand. However, when we look at the targets, it's not very evenly spread across the month. So certain days, if you can see, there is a very big spike. So here we have to turn around a very big numbers. So when we put this graph onto the board, this helps us to clearly forecast and foresee the numbers that are coming across our way, and helps us to plan well in advance.
Right. Okay. So basically, you're saying that the peaks are high, and you can't manage that workload on one day, so you
Yes.
have to pull it forward.
Pull it before, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So here, this is our daily influx of work that we receive, and we drive as per the client metrics, which is 7 days for risk auth and 12 days for debit note. However, sometimes we get it in a very short notice, so maybe I've got it today and it's on today's target, so
Right.
we have to manage it that way. So when we display the today and the tomorrow, this helps us to plan the day much better. So we have also introduced a short interval control over here, which helps me to see that. So there are 7 on target today, and by end of the day, I will ensure, or my associates will come and update whether they have completed those 7.
Okay.
So that is how it helps me to drive what's on target today.
Okay. Good. Anita, today's Tuesday, so we're going to be seeing the huddle that's dealing with quality as well as part of that. But you've got a lot of other things on the board here. So could you just tell us what else you've got on the board?
Okay. So we are not going to talk about query today, because we are going to talk about query on Monday. So that's the day we're going to focus upon how do we perform on queries last week or over the last month.
Okay.
And we are not going to talk about billing accuracy today, because Tuesday is the theme where we are going to talk about how did we perform on billings.
Yep.
And we are not going to talk about how did we performance on TAT, because Thursday we are going to focus on that aspect. We are going to talk about how did we perform on TAT on Thursday.
Yeah.
And Friday we have kept it for a small fun activity. So it's like we introduce a 1-minute game in the huddle, just that we all are refreshed. So Friday is for fun activity.
Okay. Right. So basically, everything gets covered over the course of a week,
Yes.
and you take a little bit each day.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Good afternoon, people. Good afternoon. I can see a lot of smiling faces, which is good. Okay, so let's quickly check the forms for today. Let's start with PRPs. Do we have any PRPs on today's target? No. Nothing on today's target? And what about tomorrow? Do we have any? Okay. Okay. And I can see risk auth and billing auth on today's target. Risk auth, only 1 for PI. Then I have billing auth, 7 for PI team, 8 for FI, out of which 2 is already completed, ENO 4. So who's working on these for today's target?
ENO ones will be looked after. It's a national ENO policy, so she would be working on that.
So is it manageable for today? Okay. So once that is done, you have to come and update the board. And do we have anything pending for yesterday? Any backlogs that we could not complete? Because I know yesterday we had Eclipse issue for a short while. Do we have any challenges for yesterday? No. Okay, great. Great. And I think today's volume is manageable, so that's good. And market loading and QTC. Did we receive any market loading and QTC for today?
I run the report after the holiday.
Okay. And we don't have anything backlog for yesterday.
So the morning it was highlighted that we had 6 QPCs and 22 queries. So has Patil passed it to someone?
So then everything looks manageable, so that's good. And do we have any appreciation?
Yeah, so we have a couple of appreciations. So there was one appreciation from David Thomas. We received it for an account bank loan and it was an urgent requirement. Then we processed it and completed. So the appreciation proceeds for Deepak, Chetali, Sheryl and Vinayak. So well done. Turnaround that we have done. And second one we just received it few hours back. That one is for Aparna. Aparna has got an appreciation from Shelly Howard, and that is for on a preferred account, and that is for outstanding work on a debit note. So well done for Aparna. Okay, moving ahead with the theme for the day.
So let's come on to the theme for the day. So what's the theme, guys, today? Yes. So we are going to look at how did we perform on the quality the last week, right? So if we look at here, right, can we see some green smileys over there? So on the billing note, last week we were at 97%. So good work, team. We really have to sustain and improve on that. And on the internal quality, again on TRP, we are at 96%. ML last week we are at 96, and EOC we have done really a good job and we are at 100%. Okay. So drastic improvement that I can see from last week and in comparison with last month's average. So good work, guys. Yes. Now I would like to call Raj, who can actually share, what are the top errors that we have done on the balance 4%.
Thank you, Lina. Good afternoon, guys. Today I'm going to talk about the quality for the week ending 28th of October. We're going to talk about the weekend quality for ML and PRP. So all you guys have to do is look here. This is we're going to show you the averages of the previous month, that will be the month of September, and the spread of each week through October. So we're going to talk about the last week. Let's talk about ML first. In market looking, we have processed 52 policies in the previous week and we are standing at 96% of average quality. Now if you see here, we were actually standing at 96 and we are still at that, so we have been at par with our previous week's performance. Right? So let's jump to PRP. We have processed about 97 policies in the previous week and we are standing at 96.20. So that is an outstanding job by the entire team, because in the previous week we were standing at 91 and we are again at 96, and provided that the 28th of October was the last week of October, so we have a lot of work and we have managed it really well. So we did great work, guys. The only thing that is occurring is the errors that we have made on the ML and the PRP side are the same as the previous week. So that gives you an idea where the knowledge gap is or where the training gap is. So I'll just go through the most frequent errors. Where when we talk about PRP, the most frequent error was period handler grid updated, period updated for new policy year, and endorsements incorporated wherever required. These would be the top 3 most frequent errors.
On PRP, I think majorly when we do check the PRP, we have found that the associates are not doing the first check. Like for example, you said the period is not updated on eclipse countries. These are very minute things. So if the first check is done by the associate thoroughly, we can improve our errors. And even on the individual basis, if the associate thinks that I have to improve, and if that person checks the previous PRP's errors and not repeat it, so in this way I think we can improve the errors.
So there are a few more updates on SharePoint. So while doing monthly MI report, we found that on SharePoint, few columns are not updated properly. So few colleagues are still facing problem that what they have to update in first query, raise date and query raise date. So anyone from this group can tell me what is the difference between this column and we have to update the first query, raise date and query raise date.
This board committee can update the action log of updating the talent.
Okay, we'll update that. Okay, guys, thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.